So we're gonna draw this squash, decorative squash, and again we're gonna use the same methods that observational drawing, but we can sketch it this time. So we're gonna start with kind of like a half circle, and again you guys can sketch it, and when we draw nature it doesn't have to be as perfect. So good thing about nature is that things always vary. So there's our shape. Next we're gonna draw some of the lines, so we want to make sure that they're bending the same way. So this way, and then in, and then towards the end. I'll do the other side. Opposite bend follows the outside of it, inside. There's two more in the middle, and last one. Okay, I'm gonna draw a few of the bumps. This one doesn't have as many bumps, but some of them are super exaggerated bumps. I just like exaggerating nature, so I'm gonna do a few more on the edges. And then this is gonna be the shadowing part, okay? So I purposely put a light there. I'm gonna shadow, this is my highlight right here. So that's where the light's hitting the most, right there. Back here's the shadow, so I'm going to follow that part. I'm gonna draw the cast shadow. Oops, a little bit like that. So that's what I see. So there would be my cast shadow, and I would fill it in. Then I would be doing this part right here. So about that much would be my darkest dark. So this again is like a number, like we did in our practice. This would be like a number 4, the darkest dark. This would be like a 3. And the bumps you're gonna leave a little bit lighter, because usually bumps will show. Forgot to leave one here. Now I'm gonna do the number 2. So I'm gonna leave the bumps a little bit lighter. Maybe I forgot, so I'm gonna go back with my eraser. There's the 2, and I'm doing this quick for the video, so you guys can do it neater shading. And my 1. So this is kind of like the cone that we practiced. It should be shadowing or divided with the shadows like a cone. And also similar to a circle, but not as much. It's more like a cone. So there I have my 4, which I'm gonna color in all the way later. My 3, my 2, and my 1, and then my 0. Maybe I can stretch out my 1. Okay, now this is the color part. And again, for the video I'm going fast, but if you guys can, please make sure your shadows are all even and filled in. There's no white areas. So that looks about nice. Okay, this is where I'm gonna use my crayons. So for the video, I think crayons work faster. So since I have a lime green here, yeah. So I'm gonna copy the lighter color first, which would be the yellow, and I'm gonna start near the highlight. So this is where I would color in the yellow. And again, for purposes of the video, I'm going fast. Notice how I'm slanting. Okay, so what's gonna happen is the wax is gonna blend in with my lead, and it's okay for that to happen. Just don't want to color in too dark right now. So I'm going to fill that in all the way. Again, leave your bumps white for now. You can go back, and usually bumps are going to be a little more highlighted. Okay, so what you're doing now is blending your shadows with the yellow. So we're going to do that all the way And again, for purposes of the video, I'm going fast so you guys can fill in a little bit better. So there's the yellow part, okay? So don't forget to fill in the white areas. A lot of students forget to fill in white areas and it looks incomplete. Again, for my video, I'm just going fast, okay? So there's the yellow part, and then we're gonna mix in, like my past video, some of the other colors that I see. So we see some orange, and remember to use your eyes to observe where the colors are, because this is what nature does. I'm gonna start adding a few tones into my bumps, and I see a few little like freckles of color. Okay, so this is where I look with my eyes. And again, this is what nature does, blends a bunch of colors. And I'm gonna leave my bumps a little bit lighter, but I'm adding a little bit of color now around them. Okay, the next color I see a little bit of dark green or green. So I'm gonna blend in just a little bit in some parts, a few freckles. I'm gonna exaggerate a little bit of color. Okay, now I can go back and you use a light color to blend in things. So if you see any whites, this is where your yellow comes in. It's a great blender. You're gonna go back with your yellow, and anything that you see not blended, you're gonna go back and blend in. So any white spots, any colors that need blending, you're gonna use a light color, like usually yellows, whites, or like peach. These are great blenders. So what they do is they blend in colors, and they fill in like white areas. So I'm going to use my yellow since the squash is a little bit more yellow than anything else. So I'm going back and trying to blend in that lead with my shadows, and I'm also trying to blend in the colors that I mixed in. So just now I used only 3 colors, and I think that's the minimum colors you want to use for each object, because if you look really closely, even though a color is just one color, there's lights of different colors, objects that are reflecting. So the light of other colors reflecting, and you just want to add it for the interest. So there's our squash. All I need to do is go back and finish my shadowing, my cast shadow. And if you want this cast shadow, you can later go back and blend it in with either white, or depending if it's on a table, you could go with some peach or brown, depending on what place your object's sitting on. So you notice how my shadow got a little bit darker and blended more. So before going with the crayon, I do have to finish it though with my pen. So okay, so that's what we're doing today, observational color drawing.